I wanted to share this game with you guys because I think this could be incredible. I'm going to be honest, the title doesn't sound that exciting, but the details I'll get into, and by the looks of the gameplay in the background, it could be super fun, and it seems to be based off games like Squad, Arma, and Battlefield. It's titled Operation Doorstop. Now, I know it doesn't sound like it's actually trying to be a realistic, authentic shooter, but it is. It's free to play and will originally be set in a fictional conflict in 1991 between the Soviets and NATO. The NATO forces are trying to halt the Soviets' expansion in the Middle East. However, this is not where it ends. Future updates will add operations in World War II, the Gulf War, and other conflicts in the past and present, and even fictional future events. Because it's not set in one specific era, this does give the developers a lot of freedom, so in my opinion, it's probably a good decision to actually do this. It gives them a lot of choice to vary up the experience with lots of different maps, so it could work out very nicely. It will be community driven, so no microtransactions, so thank God, and that definitely gets a big thumbs up from me. So it's all going to be supported through the community, through Patreon and his other games. In my opinion, I don't think there could be a better person than Blue Drake to create a tactical combined arms shooter. If you don't know who he is, he's a really passionate guy and he's played every tactical shooter out there. His channel's based around the likes of Squad, Project Reality, Red Orchestra and so on. He almost certainly isn't trying to cash in on his fans, but wants to create a tactical realistic shooter that he and many others want to play. And I think this is pretty good news for you console players as well. He has said that he wants to get this on as many platforms as possible. I've said in many of my videos that I think the next generation is going to be huge for console players. I think it's going to be massive for getting these more tactical games. So potentially you could have another game coming to the Xbox One or Xbox One X series and the PlayStation 5. So I'm pretty hyped for it.
We are hoping to bring our games to as many people as possible on as many platforms as possible over time.
And I couldn't see why not. A free-to-play game would go down very well on the consoles. It takes away that barrier to entry, which puts off a lot of players who are uncertain about whether they would actually enjoy a hardcore shooter. Also, something that was mentioned was destruction. I think it really will help to create some unique moments that we aren't used to seeing in these more static environments. So the likes of Squad and Postscriptum, you can't blow anything up. So it's nice to see that with this game, you can actually blow stuff up. Blowing up a wall to get behind an enemy entrenched in a position, that would keep them on their toes and create a different firing point. In my opinion, many gamers who play and watch these games want to see these more dynamic, changing worlds that add another layer of immersion and strategy. The developers will also look to add aeroplanes, transport vehicles, tanks, naval vessels, all completely free with no MTX system and mod support as well. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that piques my interest. Plus, you can get into the betas for Operation Doorstop if you become a Patreon. Link to that in the description. So if you like what you see in this video and you like what you hear about this game, be sure to go and support it. The lowest amount is like $5 a month, which isn't a bad price really, especially if you compare it to games like Ready or Not, which we're asking for like $100. I've become a Patreon and I want to support this project because I truly believe in it. I think it has great potential to be a very successful title. Also, Blue Drake, if you can keep to your word of getting this on as many platforms as possible, the console guys would truly appreciate that. And if you're still wondering what sets this apart from other tactical games, in Blue Drake's words, he said that it's completely free, and that does set it apart from these other games like Postscriptum and Hell Let Loose, which are charging like $30 now or £30. It's a lot of money really, so it's nice to see a free-to-play tactical game. But I think it's more than that. I think it's the mod support, I think it's all the content that they're promising here, I think it's the destruction. There's a lot of stuff going for this game. Let me know your thoughts on this. Remember, this is early footage and isn't finalised, so a lot is going to change. A lot of the graphical stuff here is going to change. A lot of the features are going to change. Uniforms, etc. Make sure, if you want to keep up to date with the development of this game and many other tactical games similar, consider dropping a subscribe and also hit that bell notification because apparently YouTube doesn't like sending out notifications to inform you that I've actually uploaded a video because apparently actually subscribing isn't enough. You need to actually hit that bell notification. But yeah, thanks for all the great support. It really does mean a lot. Also, if you haven't already, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really does help out a lot. And until next time, have a good one.